Hello, my name is Georgia, and welcome to my presentation on factory farms. What is the difference between factory farming and humane farming, you may ask? The main differences are the environments the animals live in. They look a bit like this. In factory farms, chickens are stuffed into buildings until they can just barely move. They often leave one door open so they can say that they are free range. But when large batches of chickens are born, the door is closed. So when the chickens grow up, they don't know any better but to stay in the building. Cows are typically in shoulder-to-shoulder conditions like this as well, but cows are often up to their knees in poop. But in the case of pigs, they're kept in pens that are barely big enough to hold them. The animals are fed hormones and antibiotics that fatten them and keep them from getting sick way before there are any animals sick at all. People's bodies have started to be more resistant to antibiotics because they're eating them so often in their meat. It seems as if nothing is natural in factory farms. Even the animals aren't bred naturally. Instead, big trucks come and dump off semen that are given to the female animals. In humane farms, it's quite the opposite. Animals are outside in the open with room to roam. Their food is placed around and they are mostly free to eat when they want. But the food in the troughs are also not ridden with antibiotics. The breeding process is natural and the chickens are truly free range. Now that we've compared humane farms to factory farms, let's compare olden day market farming to market farming these days. In the olden days, there were a lot less animals in the area at one time. People were more focused on sustaining the family and getting enough money to live comfortably. Animals were also only bred naturally. Plus, all the cow poop was turned to fertilizer. These days, animals are sold and butchered in thousands, and none of them are kept for the farmers themselves. Instead of recycling cow poop, factory farms dump it into acres of land and never clean it up. The poop gives off a bad smell and bad gases, as well as being very susceptible to fires. So now you've heard all about the disgusting things that happen on factory farms, why don't I tell you about companies that use these kind of farms? One of the most prevalent users of these farms are fast food restaurants, especially McDonald's. The other large, well-known company, Tyson Foods, uses factory farms as well. Those are the companies you want to watch out for. There are people that aren't just sitting there and are trying to address this problem. The first step to addressing the problem is getting the word out. To do this, people are publishing books about factory farming and fast food, as well as establishing internet sites that give the public access to articles that will inform them of these terrible things. In addition to getting the word out, people are taking action by creating and signing petitions, and even going on strike, seeking government regulation for these farms. Hopefully someday, factory farming will be no more.